Hey guys, Drew here. I'm out here walking in my orchard. Now I love my orchard, and as many of you guys know, my orchard has apple trees. Isn't that beautiful? Well, we've been having a little bit of a problem lately. Deer have been visiting the orchard, and they love to eat those little buds because apparently they're delicious. I tried one, not delicious. We needed a way to get rid of the deer, but what we did get is this bad boy right here. You know what that is? That's a sprinkler attached to a motion detector. So when the deer come in, they walk in front of the motion detector and the sprinkler goes off and it scares the daylights out of them. I've seen it work and it works really well, and it keeps my orchard safe. My orchard is a special place. It's so peaceful, and especially on a day like this, I can enjoy my orchard. It's wonderful. No! Ah! I forgot to turn off the sprinkler. Walk over here, attach one loop to this thing. Here we go. Boom. Just like that. Relaxation. It's a good day. And you know what else is a good day for? Youth group. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. This is tonight's WayPoint Youth.
Hello, it is the second week of fireside worship with Daniel. Even though it's not sound you. Yeah, that's way better, fireside worship. And this sounds funny because it's on my phone. God is my shepherd, I won't be wanting, won't be wanting. He makes me rest, fields of green, with quiet streams. Even though I walk through the valley of death and dying, I will not fear, 'cause you are with me, you are with presence of enemies. Surely goodness follow me, follow me. House of God forever. House of God forever. House of God forever. The Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. Lord, now indeed I find thy power and thine alone can change the leper's spots and melt the heart of stone. 'Cause Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. And when before the throne I stand in him complete, Jesus died my soul to save. My lips shall still repeat, Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. Praise the one paid my debt and raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life up from the dead. 'Cause Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Levi. I just wanted to share with you guys today a little bit of what I do when I read my Bible, how I study it and stuff. I know a lot of you guys have a bunch of time right now. I kind of have a lot of time too. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to kind of open up and read with me. And I want to give you some tools to do that. Just teach you guys how I study and how I go through. Personally, I like reading in larger chunks, usually like a chapter at a time or 2 chapters. And I recommend reading a book, not just open up to random spots and reading like a verse here and a verse there or a random chapter, just because you don't have a lot of context when you do that. And I feel like context is super important. Personally, if you guys have never read the Bible before, I recommend reading Proverbs, but I don't know, maybe I have a skewed opinion of that, because that's what my dad told me to read when I was young, and I really liked it. But yeah, I recommend starting with Proverbs. When you guys open up and start reading a book, the first thing, like I do, is I look at the very beginning of the book. Usually there is an index that will kind of tell you who wrote the book, what's going on. In Proverbs, the book was written by Solomon mostly, and it's a book about wisdom. That's why it is called Proverbs. You heard like the ancient Chinese proverbs saying like, oh, this is an ancient Chinese proverb. It's kind of the same thing. It's just a bunch of little nuggets of wisdom that kind of teach you how to be wise and live out a godly life with wisdom. So yeah, we'll get started in that. So I was reading Proverbs chapter 1, and since I like to read bigger chunks, I usually read through a whole chapter, a whole couple chapters, and then find something that stuck out. Whether that be I just thought it was really cool, or it was something that confused me, and then I kind of go back and look at that afterwards and pick it apart. So when I was reading chapter 1, verse 20 and on kind of stuck out to me, because I didn't really understand what was going on. Something got lost in translation. I was like, I didn't really get what they were saying there. So I went back and dug it up, and this is what it says. So, starting in verse 20 of Proverbs chapter 1. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you, then they will call to me, but I will not answer. And it kind of goes on like that for a little bit, basically just saying like, you didn't listen to me, now bad things are happening. Anyway, when I was reading through this, that kind of tripped me up, because they're talking about wisdom, and I guess I kind of skimmed over part of it and lost kind of who was talking in this. So whenever I'm reading, the most important things to keep in mind are who wrote it, who's speaking in the moment, what they're speaking about, and kind of how it applies. So in this particular chapter, the reason I got confused was because I didn't realize that the person who was talking kind of shifted. So initially, Solomon was talking a bunch, and he was talking about how you shouldn't follow like the paths of evil men. Don't be enticed by them to like go steal stuff or do whatever, do bad things, because it is unwise. And then in this scenario, at the very beginning of verse 20, it says, out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. So he kind of changes perspective of just, oh, here I'm giving you some information, like this is bad, this is bad. He changes perspective to, oh, now I'm going to introduce this character, basically. He's telling a story from the perspective of this character, Wisdom. So he's using, I guess wisdom's not really like a person, it's not something, I don't know how to describe it, like an emotion, not an emotion, an idea, concept. He's using the concept of wisdom. So he's made this person who is wisdom, and now they're the person who's talking, and then that person is telling the story from now on. So that tripped me up initially, because I thought that, oh, Solomon was like saying he's going to destroy people and turn their backs on them and stuff. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so Wisdom's talking here, and she's the one crying out on top of the wall, and saying that if you, here, I'll just read it really quick. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke, then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. So she's saying, hey, don't love your simple ways. Be smart. Don't mock. Don't hate knowledge. If you repent from those things, if you repent from, hating knowledge and, following the ways of evil men and seeking out knowledge instead and trying to be wise, then she'll pour out her thoughts and make her teachings known to you. So you have to turn away from seeking after the simple things, whether that be, oh, today I just want to do whatever I can to have fun, whether that's good or bad, or following the enticements of people who are trying to be like, hey, come do this, it will be fun. And it's like, no, that's wrong. You have to turn away from those things, repent from them, and then wisdom will pour out its teachings on you. So it's not just I'm going to be wise. It's turning away from things that are unwise and then seeking after wisdom. If I didn't take a second to look at the context, it wouldn't make sense. So I just encourage, when you guys are reading, to really understand who's talking, what they're talking about, what you're supposed to get out of it. Obviously, out of this, we know we're supposed to get wisdom. Usually we know who's talking. In this instance, I didn't. But, and whenever you're reading, try to see God in it. Try to see what he's doing, what he's trying to show you. And then if you guys have any questions, you can always ask me or Drew. Probably not me, actually. Ask Drew or Tim. I don't always know the answer to stuff like this. But yeah, I encourage you guys to read. I love you guys so much. I really miss seeing all of you and getting to hang out at youth group and stuff. I hope you guys have a great rest of youth group. I love you guys. Peace.